Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I haven't done this in forever. Really excited because yesterday I posted a question on my Instagram basically asking if people would be interested if I talked more about wedding planning, how we cut down on costs, and I also asked people to be specific, like what they wanted to hear, and I got so many responses. So first of all, thank you to everyone who responded, and I'm so excited because wedding planning is just something that I really love, and being a bride, that was a great experience. I feel like I definitely learned things along the way, of course, that I didn't know before I was actually planning my own wedding. So today I'm going to be talking about 15 things not worth spending that much money or any money at all on your wedding. The first thing that I wrote down, and these are in no particular order, this is just as I was thinking about them. The first thing that I wrote down was party favors, but if you do, make sure it's something people can use later. Party favors to me are a waste. People throw those out. Nobody's gonna keep anything that you personalize with your wedding date, your name, none of that. What we did for our party favors was the Brazilian docinhos. Also, my aunt gifted us with another Brazilian sweet that was called Bem Casados, and she had them packaged so beautifully. So that was a gift that was given to us. So we had it at the entrance/exit table so people could just grab it and go. So don't spend money on party favors if you don't have the money to spend on the party favors. I just don't think it's worth it. Number 2 is a beautiful real wedding cake. I don't know if you guys know, but real wedding cakes retail, I don't know what the word is. They go for about $700+, especially if you want the different tier cakes. What we did was we had a fake wedding cake at our wedding. The bottom layer was real. We also had like a real cake that they would serve at the wedding, but it wasn't decorated or anything. We would have just done a whole fake cake, bought it off of Etsy for $100. However, my mom's cousin makes cakes and she offered to give it to us as a gift. So we thought it was best to just do the huge cake fake and then the bottom layer real, and serve the cake that she made that wasn't decorated to the guests. We had so much cake left over. So much cake, it's crazy. So much cake, so many docinhos, all that. So also another thing is I would cut down on the quantity that we had of everything. Number 3 is menus. I think those are the most pointless things in the world. They're gonna be thrown away after. So I wasn't gonna do one, but then I saw a picture with like the menus on the tables, and I thought it was so beautiful because I thought it added like an extra oomph to the table. So what me and my best friend and one of my maids of honor did was we DIY'd it. So we made it on Canva, just printed them out on cardstock, and I had my wedding planner put it on the tables, and it was amazing. They looked so cute, they looked so professional, but I would never ever pay for those. Number 4 is drinks. And when I say drinks, I mean people do open bar, or they'll give people tickets for drinks. We didn't do that. What we did was we did open bar for soda, but I wouldn't recommend it if you're trying to save money, because if people want to pay for their soda, that's not a big deal. Like, you can have people pay for their soda. I think at our wedding venue, if we were gonna do like a ticket per person for soda, it was gonna be $2.50 per soda drink. So my father-in-law was really nice, and he just decided to let us do like open bar for drinks, like sodas, and obviously water is free. So we did that. But if you're trying to cut down on costs, I would say that your wedding guests wouldn't care. Maybe there'd be some, but if the people really care that much, then they shouldn't be at your wedding. So drinks, that's a cost that you can 100% cut down on and not spend that much money on. Number 5 is expensive shoes, jewelry, accessories, including your veil. Do not, I repeat, do not spend so much money on these. I don't even know how to get started. My shoes, I bought them off of Amazon. They were I forgot, something Betsy, I don't know. They were $80. They were completely sparkly and beautiful, but I'm never gonna wear them again. They're just too much. So if you spend so much money on your wedding shoes, at least make sure that it's gonna be something that you're gonna wanna wear after. Accessories. My mom bought me these cute little peekaboo earrings. I think that she bought them at Macy's or something. I don't even think that they were over 20 bucks. My bracelet that I wore on my wedding day was literally $2 from Claire's. It matched my whole vibe and I found it and I was like, yes! My hair accessory was, I think, $25 on Etsy. My veil was $80. I was gonna buy one off of Etsy because Etsy had a lot of great ones, but I actually got it from an outlet bridal store and it was the long cathedral veil that I wanted, but it was just plain and basic. I didn't want anything else because my dress already had so much on it. So, you know, the plain veil was fine for me and it was so long. The veil that went with my dress, like the veil that matched my dress perfectly and was made for that dress, was $800. And I'm not even exaggerating. I think it was like $850 something. And so I'm so glad that I did not splurge on the veil, because the veil I only will use one time in my life, and that's at the wedding. Don't spend so much on accessories. It's so unnecessary. Number 6, I would say ceremony decor. Our ceremony decor was nothing extravagant at all. Like, we had the arch with flowers that were fake, by the way, and we had flowers on each of the chairs on the aisles, but those were real. But they were just like a rose and some greenery on it, and it was tied to the end of the table, and then we had a white aisle runner. That was it. That was all we had for our ceremony, and I thought that it looked gorgeous. And we were able to reuse all of that decor. So I would say if you do extravagant decor for your ceremony, at least make sure that you can reuse it for your reception. You don't want anything to go to waste. So if you're spending that much money, you want to use it the full time. Our arch we used in the reception for people to take pictures at. It was right by the window. The chairs that had the flowers, they were just reused because they were put on, you know, the tables. So definitely don't splurge on ceremony decor if you're not going to use it for your reception as well. Number 7 is along the same lines as number 6. Don't do extravagant decor for cocktail hour at all. People are going to stay there for an hour max. Our decor was, I think, a little flower on the center of the tables, and I think that was literally it. We did not have anything, and I didn't even see it because we were taking pictures. So that just goes to show, do not splurge on your cocktail hour decor. It's such a waste of money. Our cocktail hour was downstairs, and they were flipping the room from the from the ceremony to the reception. So people were down there for an hour max. I think they were there for 45 minutes actually, and they were up, and that's it. So do not splurge on your cocktail hour decor. Number 8 is do not use real flowers everywhere if you don't have to. My bouquet was real, our centerpieces were real, the flowers on the chairs in the ceremony were real, but the rest of our flowers, including on our arch, they were fake. They were fake, and if people knew, great. If they didn't, great. I just think that it still looked beautiful, and it was like half the cost of real flowers. If you don't have to use real flowers, and if you don't care, don't use them. Number 9, save the dates, invitations, RSVP cards. Do not splurge on these unless you really care. Our save the dates, we used Etsy. We used like a shop on Etsy, and I wanted them to look like Polaroids. And our invitations and RSVP cards, what I did was I used Vistaprint. We got engaged in November 2018. I would keep an eye out on the invitations on Vistaprint, and Vistaprint has a lot of great deals. So when they had a sale, I just purchased the amount that I needed, and I don't even think it was over $75. I think that's what it was. Definitely keep an eye on Vistaprint if you're gonna want to like have cute invitations, or even you can DIY it yourself. There's so many resources out there today, especially Canva, that you could do things yourself. Number 10 is name cards. People will throw it away. Don't make them extravagant. It's not it. Unless you're gonna make them yourselves, then it's okay. This is the whole moral of this whole video. If you make it yourself, it's okay. What we did was we borrowed a mirror from our friends Suzanne and Phil. They had this mirror at their wedding, and it was actually an idea that I got when I went to their wedding. And another friend of ours who does calligraphy gifted us with the names, like writing the names in calligraphy on this mirror. The mirror we spent $0, and because our friend gifted us with this, we also spent $0 on having the names written. It's something that we found saved us a lot of money. We did not have to do place cards, order them, or even like write our own, none of that. So if you can save on name cards, place cards, whatever they're called, I would do that. Number 11, I'm not really sure what the name of it is, like the correct name is for it. We did a sand ceremony in our ceremony, which basically was a symbol of us mixing the two sands. They can never be separated again. So we had looked everywhere for a cute sand ceremony like vase, and we found one that we loved, and it was $120, I believe. We were seriously considering buying it because we're like, oh, we can keep it in our house, it's so cute. As we got closer to the day, I was just like not comfortable spending that much money on that little vase. What I ended up doing was I went to Dollar Tree and I got one huge vase, and then I got two smaller vases which we kept our sands in. One was beige, one was white. Bought the sand on Michael's, and we just, at the ceremony, we mixed it together, and I still have the big vase. I think I spent a total of 10 bucks with the sand. Don't splurge on that. I just don't think it's worth it. Number 12 is your wedding arch. I know this is easier said than done. My uncle so generously built the arch for us that we wanted, which was like the octagon shaped arch. My dad painted it. Wedding arches are so simple to make if you watch YouTube videos. Do not pay an absurd amount of money for a wedding arch. Number 13 is a guest book. A lot of people spend money, I guess, on guest books. Don't spend a lot of money on guest books. We paid 50 bucks for our guest book because it was a Polaroid guest book, and it had the little stickers that we could stick in so the Polaroids could go in correctly, and it was customized. But we bought it on Etsy for 50 bucks. There's a variety of different guest books that you could even do that would save you a lot of money. Number 14 is table numbers. We did acrylic table numbers, which were like this big, and I also bought it off of Etsy. Basically our whole wedding was Etsy. We had 15 table numbers, and I think they were like $3.50 per little table number thing. So you do the math because I can't do that math in my head. That was something that I kind of splurged on because I wanted the acrylic look, and acrylic is kind of expensive. But I've seen so many things, especially like on TikTok, that people DIY their own acrylic sign. Definitely don't think that's something that you should splurge on. And finally, for number 15, this may be a very obvious thing, but you know, I don't know. Don't spend a lot of money on the food package at your wedding. Yes, your guests are there, you want to treat them, but if you get a good venue or a good caterer, even their cheapest package for food is gonna be good. What we did was we got literally the cheapest package for the food at our wedding. That was chicken, and it was supposed to be risotto, and they did a sweet potato like mash, but I'll forgive them because it was really good, but they messed up. It was like a 3-course meal. For our cocktail hour, it was just like a table full of like cheeses and crackers as opposed to hors d'oeuvres. I don't regret it. I feel like everyone ate and had very good food. Cutting down on our food brought us down $1 million. And when I say cut down, like we had a lot of food at our wedding, but we just chose the cheapest option, and we didn't give people the option to choose between steak or salmon. We were aware of friends and family that had either allergies or food restrictions. So like we have a friend that's vegan. We made sure that she had her vegan food. Cut down on your food, people. That's it for today. If you guys want to know more about our wedding or just different topics, I'm happy to discuss everything from experience and things that I would do differently or wouldn't do differently. I'll be posting again next week, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more wedding tips. Happy wedding planning!